I've been running Tough Mudders for years to help relieve stress. What I can't run away from is the stress of defending someone I know in my heart is innocent. The courtroom is a complicated place. When you're arrested, your life is turned upside down instantly. You're held in custody, assuming that the charge is serious enough. Your family's wondering where you are. It's probably the scariest experience of anybody's life. You need a lawyer that is going to fight your case from day one. It's important that preparation for your final day in court begins the day that you are charged.
When the police show up at your door, you are inevitably terrified and intimidated.
It is the state, the police, the crown, the resources of the state being brought to bear on a single individual.
The role of the lawyer is to try and take over the problem as much as possible.
Even if you're innocent, even if you've done nothing, there is an impulse that we see again and again to get defensive, make excuses, try to account for yourself, to surrender to the exercise of authority.
In 1992, I took on a case of obvious wrongful conviction, a case of a man called Guy Paul Morin, and worked on Guy Paul's case for 2 years. He didn't fit the bill of being someone who had raped and murdered an 8-year-old girl. Ultimately, he was exonerated as a result of DNA testing. I learned a lot from the case. I think what I learned more than anything is that it was so worthwhile doing those kinds of cases.
At some point, and we see this so often, the police go from investigating a crime to investigating an accused. There's this tipping point where they stop looking for more information about who else might have done it and decide that this person did it. And then they start looking for evidence, not to solve the crime, but to convict the suspect, and how we can make a case in court that this person committed this crime.
And it's very easy for them to, unless they're awfully careful, to go in the wrong direction. And once they've gone in the wrong direction, sometimes you just can't pull them back.
This idea of vindicating people's rights, fighting for people's rights, appealed to me. And the thought of challenging, cross-examining police officers, persons in authority, that I could actually make a living doing that and fighting for the rights of individuals, that was extremely appealing.
A lot of people, a lot of criminal lawyers, I'm afraid, will sometimes say, you know, it's just a shoplift. Who cares? Easy case. It's not a murder. But you know, shoplifting charges are important too. They can really damage a person's reputation for a lifetime and damage their career prospects for a lifetime. Every criminal charge, in other words, is important. And it's important that we represent our clients with that attitude in mind and that we represent them to the very best of our ability.
Every Canadian has fundamental rights that we're all afforded by the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. We fight to make sure that those rights are protected whether a client is guilty or innocent. We take those rights very seriously, and by protecting those rights in each and every case, we're protecting those rights for each and every Canadian.